it's time for video 3 in the offset hollow body guitar build. So, what we're going to do today is, well, we're going to, long story short, pretty much sure up the rest of the design because we've already got the shape we're going to be going for. But we're going to be adding, well, the finer details, if you will. So, here we go! Okay, so, first thing we're going to do right here is, alright, most pickup, the pickups that I'm deal with usually, well, most of y'all know, I prefer EMGs, and they come with these little stickers that are the same size as the pickup, as the main part of the pickup. So, since this is going to be a 3 pickup build, I'm going to start with the neck pickup, and I do have a center line on this design, so we're going to start by centering her up. Okay, and then we're going to just,
man, I got some quick hands, don't I? I know.
okay, so let's see how that turned out. Moment of truth. That looks good for, well, for a mock-up. It might get slightly tweaked here and there, but it looks good for design purposes. So we're gonna go with it. So while I set up for the next placement, and I figure I'd show y'all how I freehand a center line. Oh, crap. Y'all didn't see nothing. So, now that we're working on our neck pickup placement here, what we're going to do is, well, for the long and short of the story here, now personally in something like this, I like to around 1/8 of an inch between the bridge and the back pickup. Is that industry standard? I don't know.
Well, what I do know is, well, what looks good to me, and this is actually a little bit trickier than I thought it was going to be. So, yeah. Because that dang gum piece of paper that tells me where the pickup's supposed to be kept moving on me. So, yeah.
Okay, let's see how that turned out. You know, for a basic placement, I'd call that not bad. So what I did is I tried to basically kind of eyeball the pit right between my neck and my bridge pickups to give me where my center pickup should go, because, well, I don't know, it just made sense to me, and yeah. Anyway, let's get to this.
You know, I'm going to actually be quite honest with y'all about this one. The placement of these pickups was probably the most difficult part about this whole design process. So, yeah.
Whoops. Let's see. Don't do what I just did and not connect. You know what? I tell you, that ain't 100% perfect, but it's pretty close. Anyway. Now after that, do I know what I've got some decisions to make. So yeah. Well, I'll see y'all here in just a minute. Or just a second, so hang on. Okay. Cause, well, I found something out that this is not the shape of the actual pickup. It's the cavity you need for said pickup. That actually tells me quite a bit that my pickup plate, or the thing I'm going to have going here and here, does not need to be anywhere near as big as I thought it was going to need to be. So, yeah. What I'm going to do now is actually do pickup placement. Well, kind of my best version of said pickup placement.
Yeah, like I said, this was probably one of the hardest parts of this, getting this part of the guitar, honestly, correct. Because, well, I did not really know exactly how deep these things went. So, yeah.
Because to be honest, I thought it was for everything it was going to need to be like out here. It was going to need to end like right there. But no. That's not. And I know these pickups ain't exactly dead on in line. They're a little tilted, but since this is just the basic drawing, we'll fix that. So before I do anything else, I'm going to put the pickups back in their boxes. So, hang on. Alright, so now we're going to actually make, if you will, this plate. Well, draw it out at least. And yes, I'm using a remote as a straight edge, but it's like I said, it's a straight. The edge is straight, so that's all I really care about. So yeah. Okay, so what I did was basically lay out me 2 inches on either side of the center line.
I know this one right here is going a little on the fast side, but well, it was taking way too long than I would have liked, so yeah.
That looks more even, kinda. Okay, and now I'm gonna kind of do the curve up here. Now, this is probably going to change a little bit here and that, slightly here and there. Because, I know this was a little big, but well, I've got to get the pickups in here. And also a few screws to hold this down. So I gave myself probably a little bit more playroom from when we're actually doing this, or doing the because like here, there's going to be a little bit of a gap between the bridge and this plate. Like say, maybe 1/8 of an inch. So yeah, there's going to be a maybe that much playroom. So if that looks a little bit big, there's reasons. All right. So yeah. But center plate done. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and kind of freehand. That ain't quite straight, but well, this is kind of the idea or concept art, if you will. So when it's time for the next part, I will come back. So hang on. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is form the shape for the plate or panel, whatever you want to call it, for right here. What we're gonna do first is get the line right here. There we go. Got me a line right there. So what I'm gonna do is make sure y'all see what I'm doing here. Okay. I'm gonna get the curve going a little bit right here. And now I'm going to give myself a couple of dots at 1/8 of an inch. There we go. Okay, so what we're going to do is work on this part of the plate or panel right here. And then once we get that, I'm going to connect this line to it. Okay, so what I'm actually doing here is, well, slightly leveling out my thing and giving myself, well, actually right there I'm having to freehand a little bit. But yeah, because this was actually taking quite a long time, so I figured freehand. And we're going 1/8 of an inch. 1/8 of an inch. Here's what we're going to do. Alright? I know I said I was going to handle the other panels, but I forgot I needed to probably, well, add since this is basically conceptual art done in size, if you will, I'm going to go ahead and finish up most of the detail for this panel. Well, what I'm doing here is giving myself a 1/2 inch for my F-hole ring, and you'll see where the, well,
why I...
And I know this does not look like a lot, but it is actually going to be a sound hole. Which I know that sounds weird for a sound hole to be that large, but well, y'all are just going to have to wait and see exactly what I'm planning to do with this said panel right here. Now I'm going to try to probably work on the others because I'm still not 100% sure what I want to do over here. So I'm going to probably get to work figuring out this because I've got a pretty good idea on what I want to do here. So we're going to work on the next plate here. Friggin' allergies. Anyway. Okay. I've got my two mark dots, if you will. So here we goes. Let's see how that worked. Alright. There we go. I'm gonna do a little bit of cleanup.
Yeah, I'm just buying myself a little bit of time cleaning up these lines.
Alright, so to save me a little bit of time on this battery here, I've went ahead and kind of put my marks down so I can do the do the shape fairly quickly. Okay, so we've got that. Now it's time to complete. The panel.
Yeah, normally I wouldn't go to, well, fast forward for something this quick, but, well, took longer than this.
Okay, so that's that panel. Okay, so time to get on to work on this panel. And there's a reason why I'm actually using a strap pick guard, because, well, yeah.
And, well, that reason is actually so that I can make sure my bridge spacing that you can see up there hits the right thing. And honestly, I know I have a lot of marks on here. This panel right here was especially freehand. I'm just straight up. I got lucky on this one, cause well, yeah, cause now there is one other that gives me quite a bit of trouble later on down the line in this build.
You know, as much as I didn't think that was gonna, that works. Cause this here is not the line. The line's right here. Now, I might feather it out a little bit, so
I know I said I might have done it, but well, I went ahead and did it, so yeah.
right there. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. And see, even if I do go with that that other bridge, all I gotta do is this area here, and bam, boom, there you go. So yeah. Okay, so I guess next thing we're gonna do is, well, I'm gonna have to figure out this plate over here, and whether or not I'm going to have an arm cut on this thing. So yeah, I'm having trouble actually with the dimensions of this panel right here. So I figured I'd go ahead and put about where I want my arm cut to be, to kind of give me exactly where I'd be playing with.
Yeah, I kind of just eyeballed where I wanted the line, so here you go.
Alright, let's see what this looks like. Okay. Yeah. Now I'm kind of seeing where I want it actually. Yeah, I'm kind of seeing right where I want it to be. Alright. I've kind of figured this out here. Because I've got some lines and some other things drawn on here. As you can see, probably you really can't make it out, but well, let's just see where this works, because I think it's gonna.
Yeah, I basically had to kind of freehand this because, well, really wasn't very much symmetry in this particular panel.
Yeah, there we go. I'm liking that here. Now, okay, the one thing that might change is here. I'm not sure if I want to go with a stop tail or a trim. I'm kind of leaning toward this. That's why I put this add-on over here. Okay, so I've already laid out the dots for this, but well, I figured I'd do.
You know, kind of more I'm looking at this, it's kind of shocking me that how much actual freehanding I did on this. Yeah.
Okay. Now this is the basic. Well, I want to call this basic because, well, this is the concept art, because we'll have controls here, and honestly, sound holes here and here. Bridge will be here with or without a trim system. I don't know yet. We'll have our arm cut here. Next, it's gonna be here, strap button here, and other strap button somewhere in this general area. Not quite sure about that. And when it comes to the back, I don't know yet, because I'm thinking about possibly doing a back belly cut for here, and somewhere in here. And well, there might be a little bit of a leg cut here, and I might have to do, if we do the trim system, there's gonna have to be a back panel. But yeah. So yeah. Anyway, let me get y'all an overview here. I'm still thinking after this gets done, I might frame this. Anyway. Well, okay. first thing, before I go into the into wrapping up here, all right. One, it took me honestly about, well, let's see, I started on May 28th, and today's Memorial Day, which is the 31st of May. So it took me about 3 days to actually shoot this video, so that's why it's a little bit long, you know. Anyway, but yeah. Anyway, if you have any questions or comments, put them in the comment section down below. Email me at lancemosstv@gmail.com. Hit me up on Facebook. Don't forget, every Tuesday night we go live on Lance Moss TV and Friends. Coffee time. We never know who's going to show up. And well, we'll see you, well, next time. And well, Zoe!
Subscribe to Lance Moss TV.